In this video, we're going to be covering 10 new ways to make money with YouTube, and I'm not talking about ads, super thanks, memberships, or even sponsorship. They're all fine and good, but for most of us with smaller channels, it's just going to be chump change in the beginning, and a nice bonus that isn't going to pay the bills. It's a bit like the chicken and the egg scenario. You need a huge amount of views to be making good money with ads alone, and you also won't get the good sponsorship deals until you get consistent growth with views. So you have to put in the long-term work and hope that your channel's going to grow and that you're going to reap the rewards later on. But as we know, hopes and dreams don't pay the bills. We want to be making money from day one. So these are 10 of the best ways that small channels can make big money as they grow. The first one isn't that new, but it's a great entry point for all of us when getting started, and you can actually add it alongside any of the next 9 points, especially if you don't have a budget or you just don't know what you're going to be doing with your monetization plan quite yet. It's building out a mailing list, and it still works really well, and tools like ConvertKit can give you a free account to get started, so you don't really have any costs other than your time typing up emails. You could create a simple gift for your audience, such as a PDF of some kind, to get them to sign up, and then each time you upload a new video to your channel, just send them an email letting them know, and that's all you have to do. This will help you build trust with your audience and is another great way to reach them. Then when you are ready to launch something, you have an engaged audience of potential buyers. It's also an asset that you have full control over, just in case something happens with your channel. Next up, we have online courses. And before you jump on me thinking that this isn't anything new, or that you need to build out some massive course that takes months to create, then you really don't. I've seen a rise in YouTubers creating simple 2 to 3 hour courses that they upload to Udemy for free. They then have an asset that loyal fans can buy without the hassle or cost of doing it yourself, and you may even get a few extra sales directly from Udemy itself. It may not make you massive money, but it can give you an additional income as you grow, and it's one that normally goes up directly with your channel's growth, assuming that your content is congruent to the offer, of course. It's important to know who you serve with your channel and what they want from watching. This makes it much easier to sell products and services to them. On a quick side note, if you would like my help with this, then you can join our free channel profits community, which I'll link to in the video description. Method number 3 is partnering and promoting congruent affiliate products. You may have seen some YouTubers promoting physical products like cameras from Amazon, but I don't always recommend doing this, though you can have these links at the bottom of your video description if you like. What I'm talking about here is having some core products that you get behind like they're your own products. I know many YouTubers with small channels who make 10K per month just by promoting someone else's course or software product. If you don't have the relevant skills or results yet, then position yourself as a hero on the learning journey, recommending people and things that helped you along the way. The great thing about affiliate marketing is that you don't need to deliver or manage any of the products yourself. You just make introductions. Where most YouTubers go wrong is that they promote too many products without vetting them in the first place, which then over time damages trust with your audience. Or they just create review channels, which can work, but you're going to be limited to search traffic, and only a certain number of people actually know about the product. I find it better to pick 1 to 2 products and build content around them, continuously mentioning and recommending them in your videos, just as you would if it was your own product. Number 4 is booking free calls to get paying clients, or selling coaching calls for a fixed price to your viewers that want more direct sessions with you. You'll probably be surprised how many people are willing to pay for a one-to-one session with you, depending on your niche and skills, of course. As creators, we often forget how much disposable income our viewers have and how happy they are to spend that money to save a bit of time. You could have a Calendly link in your video description and profile where people can automatically book a call. Then all you have to do is create content and then take the calls as they come in. This is one of the fastest ways to start making money with YouTube. Number 5 is with communities, and I'm not talking about Facebook communities here, but private ones that you control on platforms like School. I personally think that this is a perfect way for YouTubers to build and monetize a loyal audience. Even if you don't know what to sell them yet, communities are a great way to do research and communicate with your viewers. You can even build products with them, as they'll tell you directly what they want. These could start off as free communities that you then charge for later on when you reach a certain level and have some testimonials and proof to justify the cost. Some YouTubers like Hamza charge just $1 per month, and he has over 130,000 paying members, so that's $130,000 per month. and he then upsells them to an even more expensive community later on for those that want more hands-on coaching. So he's probably currently making close to nearly $500,000 per month. Now, of course, we aren't Hamza or large influencers, but products like Patreon open the door to creating a second level separate from YouTube that viewers can pay for to get greater access to the creator. You could also add one-time products to the community if you don't want to charge a monthly fee, creating a marketplace for products and services as you grow, your own ecosystem of fans and students. It's also easier to get people to sign up to a free community as it's a natural next step, so you don't really have to create anything to start one. Method number 6 is selling physical products and merchandise. Now, you aren't going to sell much merchandise until your channel gets bigger, but you could sell relevant products to your audience through an e-commerce shop as you grow. For example, if you're a fishing channel and you sell fishing equipment, then this could work extremely well. I've seen channels on magnet fishing that do crazy well with this, just selling magnets. Now, of course, this won't work with every channel, and I would specialize to start with, branching out later as demand increases for products. You don't want to be left holding a huge amount of stock that you can't sell. Method number 7 is webinars and workshops. Now, webinars and workshops can either be automated or live. They can be paid, and they can also be free with the goal to sell something inside afterwards. But what I see working really well are mini workshops right now. These could be sold like an online course or inside your community, or they could just be sold on their own through a webinar platform. But these days, people love short workshops, especially live, and ones that fix a small problem, something that gives them a quick win or result. So rather than long courses that nobody finishes, think short workshops that move people up your sales ladder. There's actually a crazy stat that shows, depending on your niche, the average number of people that finish your online course is 10 to 20%. That means nearly 90% of your customers don't get the desired result when they buy, and they definitely won't become raving fans. So small is the new big. Bite-sized workshops with small wins. Next, we have direct services. This could be freelancing or other things that require an exchange of time. So if your channel is about building websites, then you may also sell your services on the side, using YouTube like a giant resume. This works for any online or remote working services, but it obviously won't work for local brick and mortar businesses, as YouTube is global, not local. Number 9 is drop shipping and drop services. Now, much like selling your own products and services, you can promote other people's instead, or find people who are willing to deliver the service under your brand. So most of us know that dropshipping is where you advertise products on your website that you don't have, and another company will then store and ship those products to your customers for you, only charging when you get paid. Though this can be problematic, as sometimes the vendor is bad, so you really have to do your homework when choosing who you're going to work with. But with the right suppliers, it can be a great way to sell products without having to purchase and store them in advance. Drop services are the same. You find freelancers or a company that can deliver the service, and you create the site, finding the clients and making the sales. So like the previous example of selling website services, but instead of doing it yourself, you pass it to someone else and you act as the middleman and brand, just taking payments and dealing with the customer service. And finally, number 10 is partnering with a creator or marketer to have a shared project. This method is only just going mainstream, as creators realize it's better to focus on what they're good at rather than trying to do everything themselves. For example, you could create a shared community where the marketer manages the infrastructure and the day-to-day running of it, while you produce content for your channel, sending people into the community and lending your brand power and awareness. Perhaps doing the odd live call inside so it feels like it's yours. Both tasks done well can be full-time jobs, so it's a good idea to separate those roles and share the profit. You just need to be sure that you pick the right partner. With that said, I'll put links to our free Channel Profits community in the video description, along with any other resources I mentioned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.